Well, in just a matter of hours, their big day will come when the clock ticks 5:01 there. California starts allowing same-sex marriages. Many county clerks are staying open late to issue marriage licenses to gay couples. Now, this move stems from a ruling last month by the state Supreme Court. One backer of same-sex marriage says that's the nature of the issue, legal and personal, but not necessarily biblical.
This is about civil marriages. It's about state marriages, not about religious marriages. We're not telling our churches what to believe on abortion or what to believe on stem cell research or what to believe on divorce or, for that matter, birth control. We're not going to tell them what to do on the issue of marriage. 40+% of marriages in this country are performed in places like this, San Francisco City Hall, in city halls around the United States. They're civil marriages, separation church and state. We're not telling religious institutions what to do. They can continue to do what they've done.
Opponents of same-sex marriage, though, still putting up a fight. They are pushing a November ballot initiative that would define marriage in California as the union of a man and a woman. Well, despite that looming over them, thousands of gay and lesbian couples, they are expected to get hitched in these first days of the week. And weddings, gay or straight, they're big business. According to the University of California, by 2011, same-sex marriages could generate, get this, an extra $64 million in tax revenues for the state economy. That takes into account 50,000 California couples tying the knot and another 68,000 couples expected to travel from out of state. Wedding-related industries likely to see a boost as well. More than 2,000 new jobs are expected to be created. And a little bit later, right here in the newsroom, we're going to hear from a strong advocate of same-sex marriage. Star Trek actor George Takei, he and his partner will be the first gay couple given a marriage license tomorrow in West Hollywood.
For many gay couples in California, marriage might have seemed like, I had to do this, a final frontier, a distant hope. But today, in just a few hours, the state will start allowing same-sex marriages. Star Trek actor George Takei and his partner Brad Altman have been waiting 2 decades for this. George and Brad join us now from Los Angeles. Hey, guys, thanks for joining us.
Hi, Don.
Live long and prosper. Live long. And, of course, George is...
We're beaming.
Yeah, you are. George is Mr. Sulu on Star Trek. And I have to ask you the same question that I would ask a straight couple. Are you excited? Are you nervous about getting married?
Absolutely. We're excited, we're nervous, and we're overjoyed. Yes, we have some difficulties, you know, shoehorning 200 people into the Democracy Forum when we have a list of 3,500 names. But you're on that list, Don, so rest assured.
And the other thing I want to say is that even though the marriage is exciting and we're thrilled to be doing it, we've been a well-established and committed couple for more than 21 years. And so you might say we've had a terribly long engagement, and I'm so excited to finally get married to George Takei.
You have been,
I'm just as excited.
I'm sure you've been waiting, Brad, to say that line forever. You put that one in your arsenal, did you? I have to be serious, though, because people knew you for a long time, George, as Mr. Sulu on Star Trek. And when you were playing Sulu, I'm sure people did not know, for the most part, that you were gay, and it's not something you really talked about. And as you said, you guys have been waiting 23 years for this, and many people have been waiting a long time. This has repercussions around the country, and some people are concerned that people will be running to California to get married, same-sex couples. There you are, right there in Star Trek. What do you say to those folks?
We welcome them. You know, California is a welcoming place, and we want to be as inclusive as possible. This is equality, and it's equality not only for Californians, but for everybody that wants to choose to be equal. So our state is wide open. And bring your golden money here as well to the Golden State.
Well, we have heard exactly that it's going to add hundreds of millions of dollars into the California economy. But I do have to ask you, there are people who believe, guys, that marriage should be between a man and a woman, and they honestly believe that. What do you say to those people? What you're doing is against absolutely everything they believe in.
Well, this is a democracy. You know, we're all entitled to believe in whatever we believe. But it seems to me those people's belief is based on religion, and I respect their right to their religion. But they also need to understand that there are many, many religions here in this state. You know, we're Buddhists. There are Hindus, there are people that are the Jewish faith. There are many, many faiths. And although we respect their right to believe what they want to believe, they don't have the right to impose their own beliefs and values in law that applies to everybody. They don't understand democracy then, because our democracy was founded by people who were fleeing religious tyranny.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
go ahead.
I've got to ask you, George and Brad, there is still time. I mean, there's legislation and there are people who want to overturn this. There's still time to overturn it, and there's a possibility that you may not be able to get a marriage license, or once you do, it may be overturned.
I'm optimistic that our marriage will live long and prosper, and I feel that our marriage will strengthen the institution of marriage, not weaken it, because George and I represent the stability, the deep love, in sickness and health, all the attributes that make marriage a fundamental value in our culture. George and I represent, and except we love each other, and we're thrilled that this week in California, for the first time in our lives, we can marry each other legally, and it's a great week for California and for the rest of the nation.
Brad Altman, that was such a great way of putting it. We will leave it at that. Thank you, Brad Altman. George Takei, on joining us today in the CNN Newsroom, as I said, which is a very busy time for you, and I'm sure you've got lots of events planned and lots of news interviews to do.
Great visiting with you.
Thanks, Don.
Both of them were just beaming. You can see
They are
it
very
there.
happy.